What a game of football, guys. Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 4, Aubameyang headlining the day with a brace on the day in here. That is Aubameyang in the 29th minute and the 59th minute. That is Aubameyang in there for you, putting Barca ahead and giving them a comfortable lead into the first half. Welcome to Rokani Media. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the El Clasico that was played today. Is it the 87th, 89th in there? I don't know really, but all in all, I know it has been a very good game in there that has happened at the stadium of Real Madrid, that is Santiago Bernabeu, being outclassed and beaten badly, and we don't know whether Ancelotti is surviving, because these El Clasicos, I've seen very many managers sacked, especially if at all you are demolished, like what Aubameyang has done to a side which goes by names of Barcelona. In the very much English format, I can really come out and tell you that tit for tat is a fair game. In the first leg of this season, Real Madrid went to Camp Nou, that is the stadium of Barcelona, and they won them by 2-1. The return leg has really been so painful for Real Madrid because they've been outclassed and beaten by 4-0. If at all you've not watched this game, it has been a total outclass. Real Madrid didn't come today. That's the best way to phrase this game. Barcelona was all over them. Even after scoring 4 goals, Barcelona looked like they wanted more. They looked like they wanted more. It was like, we are really beating you. You know, if at all you don't know the battle between Barcelona and Real Madrid, it's even political. Barcelona comes in from Catalonia, and Catalonia wants to get itself or separate itself from Spain. They feel like it's a different nation in there. They're supposed to be given their own country. That's what Catalonia feels like. And Catalonia is being represented by Barcelona. And Spain is being represented by Real Madrid. And this is so much more than football. It's political in there. And Barcelona outclassed them. When I looked at this game, I came out and asked myself, the absentia of Benzema, was it the cause of them being beaten to this level? Because going forward, Real Madrid looked okay, but that cutting edge, they really lacked that cutting edge. You get Vinicius Jr. used to get inside there, but they lacked a center forward to come in and make those runs of Benzema in there. I really believe that Benzema was so much missed into this game because Ancelotti came out and really confirmed to us that he was not going to be part of this game. And for that, let me read you the starting lineup of a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid. Real Madrid played with a 4-2-4 with Thibaut Courtois in goal. There is a player who goes by names of Daniel Carvajal, played the right back. Militao and Alaba played into the central defense. Nacho played into the left back. Casemiro, who returned from injury, and Toni Kroos played into the double midfield pivot. Rodrigo played on the right wing. Valverde played off the left wing, and Vinicius Jr. and Luka Modric led the line in there. I'm criticizing this lineup that Ancelotti brought in because this does not win Barcelona in there, because you have center forwards. Gareth Bale can come in and do that job. You have Eden Hazard. When you look at the bench of Real Madrid, I look at very many players who would have led the line. Eden Hazard, however much he was not into his fine form and is not being used by this manager, he would have led the line. You have Luka Jovic. He is approved number 9 and you don't give a chance to start. How do you go into an El Clasico without fronting a center forward into this game? Karim Benzema being out, and you know that Vinicius Jr. cannot lead the line. He is a player who plays very well when he's cutting from the left flank, all outside the left or right flank. But you put him and Luka Modric, all of those two don't have aspects of leading the line very well. We know that Luka Modric is good while playing from the midfield, and Vinicius Jr. is good while playing off the left flank in there. And that's why he is really great and doing great this season in there. So to me, I really feel like it has been really something bad for the manager who goes by names of Carlo Ancelotti, and that has been a very poor selection that he made in there. And when you look at the substitution he made, he brought in Camavinga, Mariano Diaz, Lucas Vasquez, Marc Asensio, and he couldn't bring in Luka Jovic to lead the line because Luka Jovic is a certified number 9. Joseph, thank you for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. And we are really continuing to do this in here. But when you look at the bench of Real Madrid, I really believe that in such a game, you bring in Luka Jovic because he's the only number 9 that you have. And how do you dare come in and really put up a player or put up a team that doesn't have a number 9? Let's go to the starting lineup of a team which goes by the names of Barcelona in there. Ter Stegen in goal, Araujo right back, Gerard Piqué and Garcia play into the central defense. Jordi Alba left back, De Jong, Busquets and Pedri, that is the midfield 3, and Aubameyang led the line, and Ferran Torres played off the left flank of the attacking midfield, and Ousmane Dembele, who had 2 assists into this game, played off the right side of the attacking side of a team which goes by the names of Barcelona. You see now, look at these two teams. When you look at Real Madrid, it couldn't come out and win a midfield, but however much they had very many midfielders, because Casemiro and Kroos plus Modric, those are the 3 midfielders. Then the Rodrigos, Valverde and Modric and Vinicius Jr. all dropped into the midfield. This system that Ancelotti brought in just showed you that he was afraid of a team which goes by the names of Barcelona, and he knew that the worst was going to come because Barcelona has not lost in its 11 games. It came into this game when they've gone 11 games unbeaten. Beating a team which goes by the names of Barcelona, beating the team which goes by names of Real Madrid, they've extended their run to 12 games unbeaten. Kudos to Xavi, one of the best players I saw with my eyes playing in there, and he is really trying to mold Barcelona back to its real threat that we knew about it, especially in that era of Pep Guardiola in there. He had very many managers. He had Rijkaard, Pep Guardiola, Valverde, which they had like 3 or 4 or 5 managers that really came into Barcelona and coached that team, and he was there until he retired. But all in all, Barcelona outclassed Real Madrid. But there are things I really want to note out into this game. One of those is the Casemiro return. Casemiro and Toni Kroos have just returned from injury, but Casemiro's return never really showed an impact into that midfield. It never impacted Real Madrid. And I really feel like they hurried him back. However much he's one of the best players we've seen in the world who plays the CDM. I really believe that Eduardo Camavinga would have done a better role, because you can't bring a player who is coming from injury, that is Casemiro, and put him in a game like this. The intensity needed to play this game doesn't need a player who has been really on injury and bring in here. You have to bring in a player who goes by the names of Eduardo Camavinga to play most of the minutes, like 70 minutes. Then you bring in Casemiro maybe, because he is just trying to get his match fitness back. Guys, there is a difference between training fitness and match fitness, because the match situation is far much different from the training session. The match situation is so much intense, and that's why they will tell you that that player lacks match fitness. But yet when you go onto the pitch, he is 100% fit during the training sessions, but you cannot really cross those performances from the training to the match. A good example is Marcus Rashford. The manager of Manchester United, Ralf Rangnick, has come out and told us several times that Marcus Rashford is doing great onto the training. He is doing great, but we are really trying to see that he really transfers those performances from the training to the match. You get? In the match, Rashford looks trash. So it shows you that you cannot just get in a player like Casemiro, who is returning from injury, and drop him into the Real Madrid side that is going to face one of the most on-form La Liga sides. And when you look at Ancelotti, he has coached Real Madrid before. He knows the importance of an El Clasico in there. And the good thing is, the team that is in the second position, which goes by Sevilla, has gone to draw 3 consecutive games. If at all Sevilla had really won like 2 games out of the 3 draws that it has, it would have gathered 4 points, and right now they would have been like 3 points behind Barcelona in there, but now they are 9 points behind Barcelona in there. So Ancelotti is really a man to blame into this game. I'm not going to blame any Real Madrid player, because the setup of the lineup really looked trash. You cannot get into this game and you don't flaunt a number 9, because this is not a system that you usually use. If it was Man City is so much used to not playing with a number 9. We know that. They play with a false 9, and they are so much used to this. And you cannot come into the biggest game of the season when you're playing Barcelona and you're trying out something that your players are not even used to. You get? You have to go by what your players are used to in there. So he was a tinkerman today. He tinkered with the team, and that led to this loss in there. And when you look at that setup only, it shows you that Barcelona brought their A team. And when you look at Xavi, he has really mastered his starting lineup. For those that have been here and watching Xavi ever since he came in here, you know that in goal, there is Ter Stegen. Right back, the problem is this other Brazilian who is 38 years old. That is Dani Alves. I think he has an injury. That's why he never even played the game of Galatasaray in there. You know that he features into that game. He plays as the right back. You know that Dani Alves, he's this left back, the Spanish left back. She goes by the names of let me see his name here. Jordi Alba. You know that Jordi Alba plays the left back. Piqué and Garcia play into the central defense. De Jong, Pedri, and Busquets, that is the ideal starting midfield three. You get Ferran Torres, Ousmane Dembele, and Aubameyang lead the line. That's the starting lineup of Barcelona, and it's known. And when we went into this game, even Real Madrid has its starting lineup in there for you. We know that they play with a midfield three of Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric. The attack line has Vinicius Jr., Valverde, all as Marc Asensio, and the player who goes by the name of Karim Benzema, who really got an injury and he was out in here, and he's being missed into this lineup of a team which goes by names of Real Madrid. But Real Madrid got beaten in there, and let's talk about some shambolic defending in there, because each and every game is won and lost in the midfield. You can't come out and blame the defense in here because the midfield looked trash. The way Busquets, De Jong, and Pedri outsmashed that midfield of Real Madrid. Oh my God. It's like that game when Real Madrid had just brought in Jose Mourinho and Cristiano Ronaldo. That was in 2009, I think. Yeah, 2009 or 2010, I remember. I don't remember very well, one of those 2 years, when Barcelona went ahead to beat Real Madrid by 6-0. It was like there was no contest. The game was so one-sided like this one. Barcelona went ahead to give them a beating of their lives. And in this game, it only never went to worse. It would have even reached 7 goals because Barcelona looked like they were so much hungry in there to really go ahead and hit them more goals and more goals. Having scored 4, they felt like we had another thirst to go on and put it to bed again because they felt like the war was not yet over. So that is how Real Madrid lost the side which goes by the names of Barcelona in there, and Barcelona beat them badly. Let's talk about Aubameyang. 8 goals in 8 appearances in there. That is Aubameyang in there for you know there. I think he has scored. Aubameyang has scored, I think, 7 goals in 7 La Liga games in there. That is because he went into this game and has scored 7 in 10 in total because he has scored 2 goals into the UEFA Europa League. So in his entire season at Barcelona, he has scored now 9 goals in 11 games. That is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So he has a goal in each and every game. You get that is Aubameyang in there for you. And I've seen Piers Morgan go on Twitter and really try to cause some havoc in there, saying that Aubameyang was good, but he was sick at Arsenal because the manager came in and blamed him outside the media. That's what he really came out and said. But to me, I really believe that the problem with Aubameyang at Arsenal was simple. He had no players that were bigger than him, and his ego grew because of that. He thought that he was the alpha and omega at Arsenal, and I really credit Mikel Arteta for getting rid of him because getting rid of him made Arsenal stabilize, and I don't feel like Arsenal really misses Aubameyang. But Aubameyang also made the right choice because he needed his mind to settle and to go to a team where he felt like was going to be respected in there, and Xavi brought him and he has not disappointed him in there to an extent that he has scored all those goals in there. Because when I looked at Xavi before the January transfer window, when he came in and started to coach a team which goes by the names of Barcelona, I really saw him build up something that it was tiki-taka. They really played very well. They created chances, but they really lacked that number 9. That's why they wanted to go for Edson Cavani from Manchester United, because he knew that the only thing we are lacking is a centre forward who is an orthodox number 9, who is really going to convert those chances. And ever since Aubameyang came in through at Barcelona, Barcelona is not struggling to score those goals. He makes good runs, like the first goal you saw that he scored. He made a run that no one expected towards the near post. And who does that? Orthodox number 9 does that. He does that. He runs to the near post when you don't expect him. If at all you watch that game of Tottenham Hotspur, when they really smashed Everton by 5-0, you remember that first goal that was given to the defender of a team which goes by the names of Everton, when Rokani made that run on the nearby post. You get? I tell people that Ronaldo, let me bring in some Ronaldo in here. I tell people Ronaldo is not an orthodox number 9. He's not a Lewandowski. He's not an Aubameyang. He's not a Hurricane, because he does not make runs onto the near post. The first and easiest way to notice a centre forward or an orthodox number 9 are those runs he makes. You get? On those front posts, especially when the cross is coming in. So Aubameyang sees that Ousmane Dembele is going to cross that ball, and he makes a run that no one expected to the nearby post. And there is the way he sneaks his head onto that ball into the back of the net, and that really gets everyone wondering how good this man is. Because to me, I really believe that amidst everything that happened at Arsenal or what, I know Aubameyang was indisciplined in there, he was uncontrollable. He has his part that he played, and he really deserves to carry that blame. But he is one of the best number 9s in the world. Get him those chances, he'll really get you goals. And he's now in a team which goes with Barcelona that doesn't need him to track back, and he doesn't have the pressure on himself, because the pressure is on people like Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets. You get? Those are the people that have been here for a very long time, the Dani Alveses, who are really playing in their role. And his aim is to come in and score. And I really feel like Aubameyang had a lot of weight on his shoulders at Arsenal in there. Criticism, he had pressure. He felt like he was the most paid player at Arsenal and was not performing. So it shows you that he had a lot on his head and he couldn't really get it off. But when he comes in at Barcelona, Xavi tells him that, please, just come here, enjoy your game, and play as you want. I have to go at Fabrizio Romano. He came out and tweeted something in there. He said, 8 appearances as a starter, 8 goals scored, joined the club on a free transfer on deadline day. Xavi on January 31st told Aubameyang this: I'm sure you can become key player for us immediately. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Barcelona, incredible impact in there for you. That is what a man who goes by the names of Xavi came out and said to a man who goes by the names of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a player who really looked a nuisance at Arsenal, thrown under the bus, stripped off the captaincy role, and he was told not to train with the Arsenal senior team again, and he was thrown out of Arsenal in there. So Aubameyang, kudos, thank you for that response, because very few African players really have that mentality that when I really feel like I'm not well deserved or well appreciated at a team and I'm thrown under the bus, I really have to come back and do the needful in there. And that is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That is something that really came out and did very well in there. So to me, I really believe that he has really done well and he deserves the credit today, because he's headlining all the news. That is Aubameyang in there for you. And everyone is asking, did Mikel Arteta make a very big blunder to sell him off? My answer is no. He really did the right thing for him in there. But let's talk about other people that really scored. We have Araujo. That was a well brought in corner, and he scored it very well. They couldn't defend, and Barcelona looked good in set pieces. Then Ferran Torres in the 49th minute, in the 47th minute, came out and really gave it to the level in there. Remember, this game in the first half was 3-0. Aubameyang, 29th minute, Araujo scored a corner, and Ferran Torres into the 47th minute scored that goal. And Aubameyang into the 59th minute came in and scored a goal that was really cancelled out by the referee, but VAR finally gave that goal that Aubameyang was onside in there for you. So when you look at the table, of the La Liga, it's really amazing. Barcelona still has a game in hand, but they are now They are now third and they're having 54 points, and Real Madrid have 66 points. That means Barcelona is 12 points behind a team which goes by names of Real Madrid. If Barcelona goes ahead to win its game in hand, they are going to be 9 points behind Real Madrid. And at the look of things, you never know what's going to happen because they still have 9 games to play. 9 games to play. Things can change. 9 games to play, things can change in there. And if at all Barcelona win their game they have in hand, they are going to go second into the La Liga because Sevilla has drawn in its last 3 games in there for you to really give a team which goes by names of Real Madrid a comfortable run or comfortable lead into the first position of the La Liga in there. So guys, I don't know what you think about this, but Ancelotti, I really believe that his job is not safe. If at all Chelsea come out and knock him, if Chelsea knocks him out of the Champions League, I really believe that he's going to get a sack. I'm predicting this. After losing 4-0 to a team which goes by the names of Barcelona in an El Clasico, the only thing that is going to keep Ancelotti on the job is because he knocked out a team which goes by the names of PSG in the Champions League. And if it was not that, you would have seen him being sacked in here. If at all PSG had knocked him out and Barcelona hit him by 4-0, Perez would have given him a sack immediately without further ado in there. So guys, I don't know what you think about Aubameyang being world class, outclassing a team which goes by names of Barcelona, and your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. I remain Rokani David. Onto this channel, smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates, because you guys are amazing in there. I sign out for now. Good night.